Yes, we are back again. Yes, it's been a minute, man. It's been too long. It's been too long. I had to leave it a bit. I had to leave a bit of time after that shambolic defeat against Man United to get my face after that awful performance against Man United. I mean, they're the team I hate the most. I wish I could delete them, seriously, man. But anyway, enough of that. Glad to be back. I want to start off by talking about the new signings, though. It's peak. Losing to Man United is never good, but if we're gonna lose to them, do it in pre-season. That's the only positive I can take from that, really. But nah, I think of the three of them, it looks like Julian Timbers did really well. So thus far, he's done really well. He's looking like he's gonna have to start because he's too good to be on the bench. His performance against the MLS All Stars kind of showed why we bought him, why we signed him. He's a young player with a lot of talent, you know. I reckon he'll play right back for us, but initially he probably will be on the bench, like especially for the first game of the season. Probably go with Ben White, Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. Teammates still getting used to how we do things here. It's gonna take him a bit of time to bed in. It'll be interesting to see whether he's played as primary midfielder or if he plays. We can get kind of more of an insight of what the manager's trying to do with the team when we play that game. With Kai Havertz, I feel like there was a lot of social media there was a lot of a madness going on social media where he was getting ridiculed for the skills challenge. He did it. I can't lie, it didn't look the best. I watched it back and I was like, yo. But at the end of the day, we're not signing no show pony, you get me? We're trying to sign a player that's going to be judged on goals and assists. So essentially, that's all I care about, what he does on the pitch and what he does in important fixtures. So he got himself a goal in that game. And it's important for the Arsenal fans to get behind him so he can perform his best. But yeah, I think he'll do well over the course of the season. I feel like he's going to get a lot of games. He'll be in and out of the team. He'll be coming on as a sub. He'll be playing in the front three. He'll be playing in the midfield. He's going to be kind of a utility man, innit? A high quality utility man. But it'll be interesting to see if he starts that Barcelona game that we have coming up. Right, I want to get Arteta's post-match thoughts on the game because I haven't actually seen his interview yet. So what I'll do is I'll play his interview and then I'll kind of dissect what I think he means by it. So yeah, without no further ado, the title of his interview says, "I want to see those players hurting, just like I am right now." All right. Jesus.
Guys, we'll keep it quick because we know you want to get to the mix zone as well. So if we can kick off with microphone. Kaya, can I come to you if you've got a question?
Hi, Michel. Are there any positives you can take from that despite the result?
Sorry, I cannot hear you.
Are there positives you can take from that game still despite the result?
Positives is that a test match at this level, in this context, gives you a lot of information, and that's always very positive. And that information is that obviously there are a lot of things that we have to improve. How important the boxes are, as always, because if Martinelli puts the two chances that he had away and we go 1-0 up, probably the game will be...
I agree that, yeah. I was even gonna mention that it's gone over a lot of people's heads that Gabriel Martinelli had 2 or 3 big chances to score. Especially the one where he shot and then he had 2 shots. One of them was blocked, I think. He should have scored. He should have put that away. He had another chance where it was a good chance where he shot from outside the box, just went over the bar. But yeah, really and truly, he should have put one of them away. And yeah, I agree. The match would have been very different. In addition to the big mistake that Gabriel Magalhaes made by just basically throwing it in his back of the net, just giving Sancho the ball. But it was a good finish by Sancho. He had a lot to do. In saying that, he did have a lot to do. But yeah, I agree. Like, it's what you do in both boxes, and we should have taken our chances. But maybe he's a bit rusty. I'll allow him in it. I'll allow him for now still. But yeah.
Different, that errors are part of football and you have to overcome them as well. And as well, a test to see, okay, how painful it is, even if it's a test match, to lose a game. And I want to see the team hurting, and then as well how the team reacts after a defeat, which is a good test as well to see that. Physically, it's been super demanding, and some players we want to expose them a little bit more than they have done, because the way we want to build as well their physical state. And overall, yeah, they had their moments. They were so efficient. We have ours. We have more dominance. We certainly try again in the second half, but the chances that we had, we didn't convert them, and they won the game.
Yeah, so it's a catch-22 really, because in pre-season you really want to kind of build up a head of steam. You want to get match fitness up, but at the same time you want to win football games. You get me? You want to win football games. We're now under pressure. We're playing a tough side in Barcelona. So it'll be a good opportunity to bounce back. And Barcelona's a team that I think we can beat. And if we can beat them, it's going to build confidence going into the Man City game, going into the season, going into the Champions League. So it's important to play against high caliber opposition to not only build fitness, but to build confidence as well. So, yeah.
United had quite a physical approach, particularly that tackle from Lisandro Martinez on Saka in the first half. What did you make of the way they approached the game in that sense?
They're here to compete and to win as we are, and that's the job of the referee to stop it.
Just on that point, is that maybe a good lesson for your players that going into this season with all the talk about Arsenal and the hype around them, that they're going to have a target on their back and teams are going to make it difficult and be physical with them?
Lisandro Martinez is not called the Butcher from Amsterdam for nothing.
Well, you asked me yesterday about my thoughts on how difficult or easier the season is going to be. It's going to be more challenging, more difficult. The level, the preparation of our team is excellent, and we knew today. They already played 2 games as well before this one, and we knew that the Tesco is going to be really demanding, like it's going to be on Wednesday against one of the best teams in the world.
Down the front, quickly, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Welcome here to the New York area. I want to ask you first about your assessment of Jurriën Timber's performance today in terms of how he's growing into the side. And my second question for you is your rival manager, Ange Postecoglou, had a really bizarre press conference situation today where someone posted a Harry Kane jersey in Bayern Munich in front of him. Have you had any crazy press conferences that you can remember, or anything at that level that matches how crazy that was?
Well, the first one with Jurriën, really pleased with his performance and the things that we asked him to do. Obviously, he's adapting really quickly to the team, and you could see the confidence, the determination that he plays with. And with the second one, probably very boring press conferences that I can produce.
Well, yeah, I mean, the press conferences can be as boring as you want, as long as we're winning football games, bruv. Yeah, be as dull and mundane as bruv. Who wants an entertaining press conference? That's for the freaking reporters and that. You get me? Like win football games and that's all we care about. You get me? Raw man's like talking about what do you want, bruv? Bruv, listen, man.
Hi.
You had Havertz, Rice and Odegaard obviously start in the midfield together for I believe the first time today. What do you make of that trio and how that worked?
That when they play 55 times together, it will be better, it will flow better, they will understand each other better, and we will be more dominant and better. But things takes time to glide, and we have to respect that. But I saw a lot of positive things, things that I really like much more than the game that we won against the MSA, although the result is very different.
And then last question at the front. Thank you.
Hi, Michel. Would you be able to just tell us what you learned from today's performance from the boys and how will it affect anything going forward in this pre-season?
Yo, big up Cecil from AFTV, man. My guy.
To lose, and that we all hate to lose. That's the biggest lesson, that I don't like losing, and I don't like the feeling that I have right now. So the boys have to train right now in that pitch, thinking how we're going to be better to win the next match.
Perfect.
The striker situation is Eddie and Balogun. Are you looking to stay here at Arsenal come by the end of the window, or are you looking to improve in that position?
Yeah, we had some options up front as well, and we wanted to load some players. That's why some of the players today, they didn't have any exposure, but they will have in the next game.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Interesting. So I didn't even quite hear what you said, but yeah, I mean, I've said this all summer. Eddie and Balogun and Jesus, there's not enough firepower there, and we found that out today. The striking. Anyway, I'll talk about the transfers in a bit after this, but yeah. All right, yeah, it's over. So yeah, listen, as I was saying, yeah, I'll talk about the transfers, and I think we're not finished in the transfer market. Like, everyone's happy with like how it started and whatnot. Now the emphasis is like to get players out. Like, the squad is quite bloated right now. We need to start getting player sales, recouping some money for these players that aren't good enough. There's quite a few of them, you know, Sambi Lokonga, Rob Holding, to name but a few. We need to start recouping money for these players before we go back into the market for hopefully like a midfielder, probably I think we need another centre midfielder, and we need another forward player that gives us an option when Saka is injured or not playing for whatever reason, because there's not really much there. We've got a lot coming off the left. We've got a lot of like attacking midfielders and that, but in terms of having like a number 9, a proper number 9, Jesus isn't really clinical. He's not really a target man. He hasn't got the physical presence that we need. So I think we definitely need to go into the market and get at least 2 top players for us to be like well stocked going into the season and in the best possible position to challenge Man City and stop them from winning again. You know what I'm saying, bro? Because I'm fed up, bro. You know what I mean? But listen, I'm talking to Man United fans now, man. They're the ones that scream the loudest about how we've spent all this money and da-da-da-da. But, okay, cool. So, I feel like it's gone over a lot of people's heads that they've actually spent quite a lot of money already on 2 players. Mason Mount wasn't cheap. They spent 100 million easy already on 2 players. And by next week or the next week or 2, they probably would have spent more than us. You know what I mean? So what are you saying, Man United fans? What, you're going to finish above us in the league, yeah? Because I'm willing to bet any Man United fan that that's not going to happen. And see you on the 3rd of September. You're coming to the Emirates, yeah? That's not been a happy stomping ground for you, man, over the years. So cool, you can hold... I'm expecting us to deal with you on the 3rd of September. I'm expecting us to beat you in the 3rd of September. So yeah, you can hold your little friendly and penalties win. That's fine. That's fine by me. And don't forget, you man start against Wolves. Come on, Wolves! Yeah, you start your season against Wolves, innit? So then you play Tottenham, and you've got us in the first 4 games. So it'll be interesting to see if you can come out that little section, you know, come out unscathed. I don't think I can see a couple defeats in that start of the season. You know what I mean? You got Brighton coming up as well, but no, listen, Sancho did well in that game. I'll give you that. Sancho took his goal really well. And Fernandez's goal looked weird. I don't know if it was a deflection or whatnot, but no, it was a good solid win for you guys. I just feel, I don't know, man. We put out a relatively strong side in that game. I just think we didn't take our chances. You guys did. And essentially, that's how it goes. When two top sides go up against each other, it's fine lines, fine margins, and that's what proved to be the case. But anyway, our next game is against Barcelona. It's going to be a really tough game. They won the Spanish league. They're a very good side. For me, they're a better side than Man United. So it'll be interesting to see how we bounce back, what players we play in that game, how we go about that game, because bearing in mind though, they've only played one game in pre-season so far, Barcelona, which they won 2-0. However, they have Real Madrid coming up as well themselves, and that's a game they don't want to lose. So it'll be interesting to see how seriously they take the Arsenal game, because I think if we can get a win against Barcelona, it puts our pre-season back on track, and it gives us confidence for the next few games where we're playing Monaco at the Emirates Cup, which is sold out, unfortunately, because I was supposed to buy the tickets for that about a month ago, and I divvied. I was like, let me come back. And then by the time I came back, we bought Declan Rice, we bought Timber, and I was like, yeah, there's no chance I'm going to get a ticket. And that proved to be the case. So, yeah, I'll probably stream the game or whatnot, but it's a shame. I really wanted to go as well, man. But then, yeah, after that, I think the same week, the end of the week, we will have Man City in a Community Shield, which I checked today. We've actually lost 12 consecutive Premier League games to Man City, which is a madness, man. I thought it was 14 to be fair, but no, it was 12. So if we can beat Man City in that community, if we can beat Barcelona, and then whatever happens against Monaco, really, it doesn't matter. But if we can beat Barcelona, when is it, Thursday? This week anyway. If we can get a win against Barcelona, if we can beat Man City and win that first silverware of the season, then, you know, that'll be a really, really good way to go into the season confident that we can do it this year, you know? We're trying to do it. We're not trying to do top 4 no more. We're trying to win the league now. That's it. It's win or bust. The pressure's on. We've spent the money. So now it's about literally just like producing. It's about producing the goods. So hopefully we can do that. Beat Barcelona, that's the main thing. Get our fitness up and basically go into the season in the best way possible. So I got my fingers crossed. All right, I'm out. Peace.